53 reads, John wants to draw a circle graph showing his friends' favorite ice cream flavors. When he polled his friends, asking each their favorite flavor of ice cream, 35% of the friends said chocolate, 20% of his friends said vanilla, 15% of his friends said strawberry, 25% of his friends said mint chocolate chip, and 5% of his friends said flavors other than those previously listed. What will be the degree measure of the vanilla sector of the circle graph? So this is a very simple prompt, but you have to just be careful here. So if they talk about a circle graph, it's going to be one of those pie charts, pie graph that we see so often. Now, John polls his friends, and it turns out that the vanilla sector, we look for vanilla, is 20% of his friends. That's all we need to know. If 20% of his friends chose vanilla, and they're asking what will be the degree measure of the vanilla sector exclusively of this circle graph, here's what you do. Well, you know that, say if we start here, a circle, full circle, will be 360 degrees. So say that half of the students or his friends picked vanilla. Well, half of 360 is of course 180. You would want to have, in that case, assuming 50% had chosen vanilla, you would see a circle graph with half of the circle shaded for vanilla, right? So half of 360 degrees is 180. But that's not the case here. But we can use this to kind of guide us. If in this case we have 20% of the students picking, or the friends picking vanilla, all we need to know is what's 20% of 360 degrees? Because think about it. If 100% is going to be the full circle, the full 360, we just need to know in the case of the vanilla flavor, what is 20% of 360? And to do that, you know that this involves multiplication. But we don't use the 20% in that format. We have to convert the percentage, which is for every 100. 20% means 20 out of every 100 into its decimal number format, which is, of course, 0.2. The rule is whenever you have a percentage and you want to use it in a formula, you're going to be multiplying, figuring things out like we're doing here. You always want to shift the decimal point twice to the left. So you end up with 0.20, which is 0.2. In this case, we need to multiply 360 degrees times 0.2 to find the correct answer. So it's that simple. So we're going to find that this is equal to 72 degrees. Now, that means that if I were to measure 72 degrees, which is going to be about, say, here, this would be the slice of the graph that would correspond to the vanilla flavor. And then, the rest of the flavors would have, different shaded areas. Choice D is therefore the correct answer. Problem 53, you need to know what 20% would be equivalent on when doing a circle graph in terms of the angle. And so all you need to do is, if a full circle has 360 degrees, multiply that times 0.2 or 20%, and it gives you 72 degrees for that 20% share of the pie, which is choice D.